Today, we're going to be simulating the 2023-24 season after some of these big trades and free agency moves. Of course, some things haven't been decided, like the Sixers. They haven't traded Harden yet. But there have been teams around the league that have made major moves to change up their rosters, like the Bucks adding Malik Beasley, and the Chicago Bulls adding Javon Carter. But in all seriousness, you look at a team like the Boston Celtics, who went out and traded for Kristaps Porzingis. That's a game-changing move for them. I want to overview these rosters so you all know what's going on, because free agency, there's a lot that happens. It can be hard to keep up with. The Grizzlies added Marcus Smart in a trade. The Atlanta Hawks ended up trading away John Collins. The Miami Heat, they haven't done anything yet, but they're looking at Dame. The Hornets drafted Brandon Miller. The Utah Jazz traded for John Collins after the Hawks ended up trading him away. The Sacramento Kings really didn't do too much this offseason, but they had a solid year and they'll look to build upon that. The New York Knicks went out and added Dante DiVincenzo. The Lakers added guys like Taurean Prince, Gabe Vincent, and Cam Reddish, while bringing back guys like D'Lo and Austin Reeves. The Magic didn't do too much. The Dallas Mavericks brought back Kyrie. The Brooklyn Nets brought back Cam Johnson and also traded away Joe Harris. Those are their notable moves. They also did add Lonnie Walker IV on a minimum. The Denver Nuggets kind of just got worse. They gave Reggie Jackson 2 years, $10 million after he didn't play in the playoffs. Bruce Brown got an absolute bag. The New Orleans Pelicans really haven't done too much. They gave Herb Jones an extension, so that's good. The Pistons, they ended up bringing in Joe Harris in a trade. They also traded for Wizards legend Monte Morris, so those were two moves they made. The Toronto Raptors lost Fred VanVleet to the Houston Rockets, who also added Dylan Brooks and Uncle Jeff Green. The San Antonio Spurs drafted Wemby. Their super team made another super team in Phoenix. The Oklahoma City Thunder are the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm excited for Chet to make his return. The Timberwolves gave Anthony Edwards his long-term extension. He got his bag. The Blazers are looking to move on from Dame as they drafted Scoot. Dame's looking to move on from the Blazers. The Warriors traded for Chris Paul. The Wizards traded Chris Paul, and now they have Jordan Poole. Alright, there's a little recap. Now let's go ahead and get to the All-Star teams. You got Team Luka and Team Giannis. Tyrese Halliburton makes his first All-Star team. So does Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So good to see that. Let's go ahead and let's get to the end of the season where Ja wins MVP. But in real life, this couldn't happen because you have to play at least 65 games to win it, and he's going to be suspended for 20 games. So we'll give it to Luka because he averaged the most points outside of Ja Morant. Victor Wembanyama was Rookie of the Year. Chris Paul, Sixth Man. Miles Turner, DPOY. Alperen Sengun was the most improved player. Here's the All-NBA first team. The old man LeBron still continues to hoop. Here's the second team. And here's the third team. Brandon Miller makes it in his first year. And if y'all saw the Summer League game, you probably wouldn't think he was going to make this All-NBA team. Here's the all-defensive teams. Lonzo Ball, man. I hope he can get healthy, but he's been ruled out for all of this upcoming season. So hopefully one day we could see Lonzo back. Here's the all-rookie teams. Chet Holmgren makes it because technically this upcoming season is going to be his rookie year. He didn't play any games over this past season after being drafted. So there's the All-NBA, the all-rookie teams, whoop-de-doop. We'll go ahead and we'll also look at the NBA standings, see what teams really stood out, and also just give you another refresher on what these rosters are looking like for the top teams in the league. The Grizzlies were starting David Roddy, but I guess he held it down because they ended up getting the first seed in the West. The second seed, the Golden State Warriors, the Chris Paul experiment worked out. The Lakers, they added some more depth. Apparently, they picked up John Wall, too, and they were the 3 seed in the Western Conference. At number 4, you got the Dallas Mavericks. They ran it back with Kyrie and Luka, and it was much better this time around. And the Denver Nuggets, the defending champs, were the 5 seed. The Atlanta Hawks were the 1st seed out east because it's 2K. The Boston Celtics were the 2nd seed because their team's kind of stacked. The Sixers were the 3 seed. And then at 4, you've got the Miami Heat, who somehow added Rudy Gobert. And you know who isn't on this team? Kyle Lowry. So they traded Lowry to get Gobert. We'll check out that trade more later. and the Bulls were the 5th seed in the East. But they really got Rudy Gobert's trade value down so bad in this. Kyle Lowry and a 2nd-round pick for Rudy Gobert is crazy, man. Here's the league leaders in scoring. I feel like the most notable player here is Mikal Bridges. He was really getting buckets. I guess whoever made this roster had his shot tendency up because usually he gets no buckets in 2K. Here's the rebounding leaders for the league. A lot of the guys who, you see grab rebounds in the NBA. Walker Kessler was up here in year 2, so that's pretty interesting. The league leader in assists was Trae Young. LaMelo Ball was also up there. Tyrese Halliburton. Markelle Fultz. Hey, Markelle was getting a lot of assists out there for the Orlando Magic. The league leader in steals was Jimmy Butler, LaMelo, and Lonzo right next to each other on the steals list. Ben Simmons was also up there. The Ben Simmons comeback season. The league leader in blocks was Miles Turner. Not too surprising. He does block a lot of shots. Wemby was also up there, and so was Chet. Chet was at 10th. Let's go ahead and let's simulate the first round. If we get any close series, we'll hop into those, see what's going on, simcast, and see if we can get any close games. And it looks like we've already got a Game 7 between the Dallas Mavericks and the Denver Nuggets. And looking at these teams, the Nuggets still have their championship starting 5, while the Dallas Mavericks, of course, have Luka and Kyrie. But who's going to guard Jokic on the Mavs? I think that Jokic might really cook in this Game 7. But let's go ahead and let's get into it. I was wrong. Jokic did not cook. Oh my goodness, bro. Luka. A 63-point triple-double, 13 rebounds, 15 assists. Kyrie with a light little 34, but 63, Luka. Like MJ dropped 63, but you had to get a triple-double on top of it. That is crazy, man. What a way to close out the series. Now we got the Indiana Pacers and the Atlanta Hawks. The Pacers were the 8th seed, a play-in team, but they've took the Hawks all the way to 7. And in Game 7, we got a close one. The Atlanta Hawks have the ball here up by 4 points, so the Pacers do need to stop. But if they can get that and get a bucket, they could really make this happen. Trae Young's in the post, and they get the steal. Okay, here we go. The Pacers definitely have a chance here. Andrew Nembhard gives it down to Tyrese Halliburton, and the layup for Halliburton is good. That was not the prettiest play, but hey, it worked out. He barely even caught the ball, and then the layup went up, and it went in, so it is a 2-point game here. Trae Young has the basketball. Trae kicks it to the corner. No shot's going to go up. I thought there might have been a little look there from the corner, but he doesn't take it. Saddiq Bey for 3 is off, but the rebound goes to Miles Turner, so now the Pacers have a chance at it. A 3 could win this one, and a 2 could send it to overtime. Let's see if the Pacers have something. Buddy Hield with the basketball. Buddy with the mid-range, and it's off. I don't know why they didn't just give it to Tyrese Halliburton, but the game is over, and so is their season. So Trae Young goes ahead and drops 34. Tyrese drops 27, and that's wraps. The Atlanta Hawks are going to be moving on to the second round. But we still got one more Game 7. KD versus Curry, Phoenix versus Golden State here. Here's the teams, of course, the Phoenix Suns with a lot of star power, and the Golden State Warriors have one of their former players in Chris Paul. Let's go ahead and let's get into this Game 7. The Golden State Warriors, they weren't ready at all. The lights were brighter than expected, and their season is over. Steph Curry with 27, Klay Thompson with 22, Devin Booker with 35, KD with 26. And yeah, the Phoenix Suns are going to move on. Now we'll slow things down a little bit and look at each one of these individual matchups. Mavs versus Grizzlies, Luka versus Ja Morant. And of course, you've also got guys like Kyrie and Jaren on both of those teams. Then you look at the Phoenix Suns facing up against the LA Lakers, Bron versus KD. Are the Suns going to be able to get it done with all their star power, or can the more well-rounded Lakers get the job done against Phoenix? Then we've got Heat versus Hawks, Jimmy Butler versus Trae Young, and Boston versus Milwaukee. 2 Eastern Conference powerhouses going at it there. Let's go ahead and let's see if we get any close series here. Early on, some teams are kind of dominating. I mean, the Grizzlies are going to go ahead and take down the Mavs in 5. Lakers take down the Suns in 5. And the Celtics take down the Bucks in 5. So we did get one close series between the Hawks and the Miami Heat. And in Game 5 here, the Atlanta Hawks are going to go ahead and clutch it out, winning 117-104. And it looks like they picked up Jerami Grant. Portland gave Jerami Grant that huge extension in real life, and here he is hooping with the Hawks. I guess they made a trade for him. And then you look at the Miami Heat. Rudy Gobert tried his best to carry, but it wasn't enough. And now we're headed to a Game 6 where the Miami Heat season is on the line. Are they going to respond? We've seen the Heat respond with their season on the line time and time again. But right now their backs are against the wall, down 4. DeJounte Murray has the ball. He gives it up to Okongwu. Okongwu, the layup is good. They're in a tough spot here. Tyler Hero gives the ball to Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler trying to get to the basket. He might need a screen or something. Here comes the screen from Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert to the basket. The layup is up. They're cooked, man. They have no type of spacing. I'm getting out of here. I know they're about to lose this. Yeah, I knew once the Rudy Gobert layup went up and in, it was over. They had no shooting on the floor. You got Jimmy. You got Rudy. You got Bam. I don't know how they made it this far, but their season is over, man. Let's go ahead and let's get to the conference finals. Grizzlies versus Lakers, the rematch. But of course, the main character is not here. Dillon Brooks is no longer on the Memphis Grizzlies. And then you have the Atlanta Hawks versus the Boston Celtics. The Celtics, with their new addition KP, might make it all the way to the finals. But we'll see if the great 2K Atlanta Hawks can take them down. Early on, the Lakers and Grizzlies, along with the Hawks and Celtics, are very competitive. Both series tied up at 2-2. In Game 5, the Atlanta Hawks are able to clutch up against the Boston Celtics. It seems like in these big games, the Hawks have been able to respond and play really good basketball, and now they're up 3-2. Now we've got the Lakers and the Grizzlies. The Lakers in this one just get absolutely cooked. Putting up 75 points in this era of basketball is nasty. I don't know what happened. AD 4 for 13. John Wall and D'Lo were 2 for 12. Rui Hachimura 1 for 8. Laker legend Kendrick Nunn is back, and he went 0 for 3. So, wow, just a terrible game from the Lakers. But the Celtics season is on the line here in Game 6, and they are going to keep their season alive. A big game from Jason Tatum with 37 points. DeJounte Murray's 23 for the Atlanta Hawks wasn't enough, and we're headed to a Game 7 there. And with the Lakers and Grizzlies, we're going to see if the Lakers can force this Game 7. The Grizzlies have the ball. Ja Morant trying to get to the basket, but John Wall takes the charge. John Wall coming up clutch for the Lakers. And now the Lakers are very much in this as Ja Morant just fouled out. Jackson Hayes has the ball, kicks it out to LeBron James. LeBron down to John Wall. John Wall wide open. Wall is going crazy in the clutch here for the Lakers. I mean, the field goal percentage is nasty, but we'll ignore it. He's made a couple clutch plays. Marcus Smart now in for the Memphis Grizzlies, and it's Jared Vanderbilt with the steal. John Wall controlling it. John Wall trying to make a move, gives it to LeBron James. LeBron, the layup is blocked. Oh no, LeBron James couldn't get that one to go. Now the Memphis Grizzlies have the ball again, and an easy dunk for Jaren Jackson Jr. before the Lakers could even get their defense set. Does LeBron have something to respond for the Lakers? The mid-range J is up and it's good. LeBron James keeping this game within 2 points. The Memphis Grizzlies have it. Jaren Jackson Jr. in the post just shoves Jared Vanderbilt, tells him get in the weight room, little guy, and he goes ahead and makes the layup. LeBron James with the basketball. Does he have any more left in him? To the basket. The layup is up and it's off the LeBrick. Now David Roddy is going to the free throw line. The first free throw is up and it's off. That's good for the Lakers. Roddy up to the line for his second free throw, and it's also off. The Lakers are very much still alive here. LeBron James has the ball in the post. LeBron working on David Roddy. The layup is up and it's good. He tells him to hit the weight room. Now it's a 2-point game with Luke Kennard going to the free throw line. Luke Kennard is a knockdown shooter, and he knocks down the first. For the Lakers have a real chance at this, you'd want Luke to miss the second, and he does. Jackson Hayes snags the rebound, and now the Lakers have the ball. It's in Austin Reaves' hands. Hayes set the screen, but Reaves didn't need it, I guess. He just pulled that three. That was a terrible shot. Still time left on the clock, and Austin Reaves just takes that really rough shot. Don't know what he was thinking there, and now the Lakers are done. Wow. That was terrible. I don't know what happened with that last play by Reaves. He had 28. I guess it was a little heat check. Anthony Davis with only 10 points in this one. So the Grizzlies, they're going to be moving on. David Roddy had 23. That's crazy. But the Grizzlies are moving on to the NBA Finals. And out east, we've got this Game 7 between the Celtics and the Atlanta Hawks. Of course, though, it's going to be the Atlanta Hawks getting it done in the clutch. The Hawks are moving on to the finals. Trae Young versus Ja Morant here on the biggest stage. Trae with 36 to lead the Hawks to that finals appearance. Tatum tried 45 points, but it wasn't enough. And now we've got this Grizzlies-Hawks matchup. Not the matchup I expected when I started off this video, but maybe I should have expected the Hawks to make it because it is 2K. And in game 1, we get a close one. Trae Young has the ball down to Murray. A little standing dunk for DeJounte Murray. And now the Hawks are up by 2 points. The Memphis Grizzlies have the ball. Ja Morant in control of it. Ja get into the rim. Ja, the layup is up and it's off. The Hawks get the rebound. A nice bucket and a stop for the Atlanta Hawks here. Trae Young to the corner to Bogdanović. Trae gets it back, pulls the three, and it's off. The Grizzlies get the board after the quick shot from the Atlanta Hawks. Jaren Jackson Jr. with Trae Young on him. He takes the layup, and it's good. Trae Young is just too small, and now the game is once again tied. DeJounte Murray has the ball, gets the screen from Saddiq Bey. DeJounte, the step back out to Bey. Bey wide open, and the three misses. So the Grizzlies moving it in transition. Ja Morant trying to get his team up. Ja passes it over to Brandon Clark. Brandon Clark to Triple J. Triple J down to Xavier Tillman. The mismatch. They're just playing the whoever offense on Trae Young. If one of their bigs gets that switch on Trae, of course they're going to take the layup. Now the Hawks are down by 2 points. Bogdanović trying to make a move on Jaren Jackson Jr. I wouldn't try to do that on the DPOY. Trae Young getting to the rim and he gets fouled. A clutch play there from Trae Young. Trae Young steps up to the line for his first free throw and it's good. Give him 27 points on the night to go with his 13 assists. Make it 28 after the second one drops. And now the game is once again tied. Ja Morant with the ball. Trae Young defending. Is Ja going to take this matchup? No. He's going to swing the ball to Desmond Bane, who misses the three. And now the Atlanta Hawks have a chance to win this one. Game is tied. Very little time on the clock. Trae Young down the lane. Dishes it out. DeAndre Hunter is open and he misses it. It was in and out. And this game is going to overtime. DeAndre Hunter had a real chance at that one, but he missed it. And in overtime, the Memphis Grizzlies are up by 3 points. But the Hawks, they get the steal. Now the Hawks are alive in overtime. Down to Okongwu. Okongwu, the easy layup is good. It is a 1-point game. And now the Atlanta Hawks are looking to send the Grizzlies to the free throw line. They're going to foul Ja Morant. Ja going to the line for 2 shots. What a camera angle. The first one is good for Ja Morant. Ja Morant, the second one is up and it's off. Now the Hawks could win it with a 3 here. DeJounte Murray has the ball. DeJounte, the step back midi is good. This game is tied. The Memphis Grizzlies have the ball with a chance to win it. Ja Morant, Ja, the pull-up midi is good. Ja with less than a second to go drains the shot. Now the Hawks have one last chance at it. The deep 3 from Murray doesn't even hit the rim. What a play from Ja Morant in the clutch, and the Grizzlies win by 2. 30 and 14 for Trae, 37, 8, and 10 for Ja Morant, along with 4 steals. What a game for Morant as his Grizzlies pull it out in a crazy game. And in game number 2, the Grizzlies ride that momentum to another win. Up 2-0 in the series, the Hawks really need a win in this next one as Ja Morant just continues to cook in this series. 33 and 13 for Ja. Game 3 is a win for the Grizzlies, and this one is over in a sweep. Ja's your finals MVP. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Have a great day. Be sure to like and subscribe.